Warrenville High School. It's time for Friday Night Football. The Warren High School Bears taking on the Serna Lancers, and it's the Lancers who won the toss, elected to receive. And we're going to see how this plays out as the Lancers are coming off a loss from a week ago, 25-6 against Los Alamitos, in a game that was dominated by both defenses. And last week, the Warren Bears were shut out by Serna High School in Gardena. But they were missing their main man, and that's their quarterback, Madden Guamala Ava. And Madden is back for tonight's broadcast, and he's ready to roll. So it'll be the offense we see. Last week, the Serna quarterback, Aiden Leonardo, was banged up in the fourth quarter, so after the Lancers were able to get a turnover in the fourth quarter, they couldn't move the football, hence late stages of the game. The Griffins of Los Alamitos had a surge and were able to put more points on the board. The score did not indicate how close the game actually was. So as the teams reverse field, it'll be the Lancers that will go on offense first.
Back deep for the Lancers,
Jaden Northrup and Elijah Flores are back deep. And a short kick taken just inside the 30 for the Lancers. So right off the bat, they'll start off with good field position. And on the return, Micah Perumian, who's a senior tight end and defensive end. And now we'll see this offense. Talking with head coach for the Serna Lancers, Andy George, in advance of the game. Talked about Leonardo and the offense mixing things up. Serna ran the ball well a week ago. We'll see what they can do tonight. Jaden Northrup and Bontemps, Zeb Bontemps, split to the right side from the 42, 1st and 10. And on the ground, the Lancers with Owen Long, the senior. And a short gain on first down. And for Long, on the season, 14 carries, 69 yards. He averages 5 yards a crack. And he's got one rushing touchdown on the board. The 2023 season. So they gave him 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 8. Leonardo running the offense at quarterback. Spread formation. And Leonardo in trouble, throws it away.
Incomplete pass, inside the 3rd down. 3rd and 8.
So defensively, the Bears have been pretty effective. And the early game, game 1 of the season against Tafua, 29-13, they were able to put points on the board. Tafua had a pretty good offense, and they only gave up 13.
The quarterback, Aiden Leonardo.
3rd down and 8. Play action. Leonardo steps up. He's got good legs. He took a good shot as he gained 3. That'll bring up 4th down. And the ball will be marked on the 48-yard line. And the Lancers are going to go into what initially appeared to be punt formation, but looks like they're going to go for it. So Aiden Leonardo stays on the field.
4th and 5.
Spotted on the 47. And it's 4th down and 5. Heads up for a quick kick. Executed this twice last week. And it was effective 50% of the time, and taking it inside the 10 are the Bears. And a quick tackle on special teams. Nice play. And not much of a return for Jordan Jones, who doubles as a free safety. and he is a senior. So now we are going to see the electric quarterback from Downey, California.
First down for the Bears. At their own 13-yard
Madden
line. First and 10.
Ava Jr. at 6'3", and he draws a lot of attention. But right now, starting field position not so good for head coach Kevin Pearson in his 22nd year. Back in the day when he was spending, I should say, 22 years at Cathedral, he had the #1 NFL draft pick in Bryce Young. And that was in 2016 before Bryce Young transferred to Mater Dei. So Ilama Ava running the offense for the Bears. And the defense picking up where they left off a week ago. Zacharias Nickerson is the ball carrier. Jacob Cano will be coming out of the backfield. So this team runs a spread offense. They can run and pass, and we'll see what their quarterback, Madden Iamalaava, can do on 2nd and 9.
Ball's incomplete, intended for number 3, Jordan Ross.
Jordan Ross, the intended target. Senior at 6 feet. Luis Cruz is the defensive coordinator for the Lancers. Just an outstanding effort last week. The only points on the board for the Lancers were a defensive touchdown, a pick 6. And rolling out to the left side and picking up a first down. The Bears making it look easy. That pass caught by Jace Brown, one of the star receivers for Warren High School, and he stretches it out to the 27.
Picked up the first down for the Bears, 14 yards on the pass play. Number 2, Jace Brown.
So Iamala Ava now 1 for 2, and on first down, running game not so good. Kelton Strickland, the ball carrier. And nice job by the front for La Serna. And leading the way was Isaiah Ramos, the senior defensive end. Screenplay set up, pass is caught, and they lost the football. The question is, was it down? That is a turnover, and the La Serna Lancers will take over. And sweet field position, mark it on the 14. So we talked about the defense leading the way week after week. Here we are in week 2, but it's game 3, and the defense causing a turnover. Dre Benavides checks in at the running back position. Aiden Leonardo and the Lancer offense with a very short field here. A scoreless tie with 8.5 minutes left. And that'll cost him 5 early movement. We're keeping things very simple here tonight. This is a 1-camera shoot. We are streaming on the nonprofit Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel, and we're glad you could be with us. I'm Fred Salas. It's a pleasure to be here in a cloudy California. Warm, beautiful night, a little bit of moisture. So a loss of 5 will set up a 1st and 15, spotted on the 19. Elijah Flores with nowhere to go. Tonight's officials, referee is Renee Franco, the umpire is Bob Rovaletta. The head linesman is Jose Mendez, and the line judge is Jeff Morafian, and the back judge is Kevin Johnson. So Flores lost almost a yard. Second down and long. Play action. That pass is complete. Down to the 10-yard line.
Reception from Ray Jackson DeLang.
And Jackson DeLang with the reception. So second down and 7. Make that third down and 7.
Brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Lancers.
Inside give. Not a lot of room there.
Elijah New Flores
the ball carrier once again. And give him 3 on the carry, but that'll bring up a 4th down, so now it's decision time for Andy George and Serna offense.
No gain on the play. It's up a 4th and 7.
You don't get sweet field position this often, so you've got to come away with some points. So Leonardo stays in the game. Trips to the right side. 4th down and 4. Leonardo out of the shotgun. 6.5 minutes and a scoreless tie. Lancers with the ball. Leonardo with his feet. Fumbles the football on 4th down, and it's recovered by Warren. So the Lancers are going to be stopped. Aiden Leonardo coughed up the football, but once again, that'll stop them in their tracks. And if the play holds up, Warren will get the ball back. But there's a penalty marker down, and we'll get the call. Procedure penalty, says Renee Franco.
Penalty flag on the play, holding the Serna.
So it turns out to be a 10-yard infraction, a holding penalty.
18-yard.
But either way, a break and another crack at it for the Lancers. Fourth down and 14. Leonardo, pressure off the end, and he'll be sacked. And that man is a beast. J.T. Houston, senior, 6'3", 215 pounds, defensive end. Cut right through the left side and improved Warren's standing as far as the football field is concerned. And they got the ball at the 22, and their offense will go back to work. Five and a half minutes left here in the first quarter. Glad you could be with us. Fred Salas on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. Glad you could be with us. Click and subscribe. Click and subscribe. First down. And it runs straight up the middle. Gain of 4. Kelton Strickland. He'll be a busy man tonight. Developing freshman running back. He'll get the nod again. And he'll pick up maybe 3 on a generous spot.
Kelton Strickland with their hand. We'll talk about number 7. The Lancers do that for
And right now, the Warren Bears playing some hurry-up football. Third down and 2.
3rd and 3.
And That's going to be an offsides penalty on the Lancers, breaking the plane. And that'll be an automatic first down for Warren. Defensive front, a little anxious. And when you break the plane, unlike the NFL, there is no getting back. So that costs them 5. Good field position now for Warren. Put it on the 35-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Kelton Strickland, the freshman running back, the lone setback. Madden at quarterback, letting it fly. Ross is there. Jordan Ross with the touchdown. A 65-yard strike from Madden. Iamalahava to Jordan Ross.
Number 3, Jordan Ross.
And Warren initially lines up as if they're going to go for 2. But the kicking block is on the field at the 10-yard line, so it appears their intention is to kick the football. And a timeout called by Warren. And we had a chance to catch up with the defensive coordinator for Serna. That was something, a big play like that they did not give up last week. And let's go to that, catching up with defensive coordinator Luis Cruz right before tonight's game. So defensive coordinator Luis Cruz, talk about last week's performance and what you guys did and what's going to carry over to tonight's game.
We got after last week. We worked hard. We knew our game plan was we wanted to shut down the run, force the pass, which we did.
Last home game, their winning prize was over $500. Deep takes the job with this ball here.
Any injuries that we need to be worried about or concerned about as far as the Lancers are concerned? No, we're pretty healthy right now. It was a tough week. Monday with it being so hot, we got shut down.
And the lone female on the team is Judith Luna, the junior kicker.
What do the Bears bring in terms
High
of
snap
offensive challenge to your
and
defense tonight?
nearly blocked, but did it go through? It did, so Judith Luna gets some points on the board. And it's 7-0.
Defensive coordinator Cruz.
And I got to hand it to Paul Abazana. He's not only the technical director tonight and the producer, he's also the cameraman and the graphics man. Because as simple as we are here tonight with a single camera shoot, he got the scorebook to work. And there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's the Warren Bears on the board, 7-0. So Luna will kick it off. The kicking duties, and this is taken inside the 25. And the Lancers, Julio Munoz, the junior, gets it out to the 33-yard line. So the Lancers offense will go back to work. Aiden Leonardo running the offense. This will be their third possession here in the first quarter, and we'll see if they can put some points on the board. Alcaraz in the backfield. And Leonardo under pressure, throws it away. Nobody in the vicinity.
Ball's incomplete.
And no penalty marker. Nobody even close. And right now, head coach Kevin Pearson, here comes the flag. That's justified. There was nobody within 20 yards of that pass, and he threw it away to get away from the sack. I said, Kevin Pearson, this is his 5th season at Warren High School. He spent 22 years at Cathedral of Los Angeles. He replaced head coach Raul Lara, who had 5 years there. And of course, Raul Lara, a longtime successful champion at Long Beach Poly, home of the Jackrabbits. And in 2016, I had an opportunity to call a game at Cathedral, and it was Bryce Young, the sophomore quarterback, that was playing there before he transferred over to Mater Dei and made a name for himself, then on to Alabama. And now, #1 pick in the NFL, getting set for next weekend. So 2nd down and 25 for the Lancers after a 15-yard penalty from the intentional grounding. And of course, that carries a loss of down. You don't replay it. So on the ground, they're able to pick up a couple.
3 yards on the play. 120.
And Andy George earlier tonight said the offense has to catch up with the defense. The defense has been playing stellar, and the offense needs to get it going. So after 69 points in Pasadena in 1 week, or I should say week 0, first game of the season, many players and coaches have told me it was almost as if they were playing a very unprepared Pasadena team. And a nice pass and a good catch. That'll get it back close to the original line of scrimmage. Boswell Haas, the senior, and he couldn't hold on to the football, so now it's 4th down and it's punt time for the Lancers. So it looked promising. Will not be. And a very dangerous return man for Warren back. Standing back at his own 40-yard line is Jordan Ross. And the Lancers get the kick away. Christian Miranda with the boot. And it'll bounce inside the 50. Didn't quite quick flip the field, but he got it back to the 47-yard line, and they spot it as it rolls out at the 45. So once again, we'll see their quarterback, the junior quarterback, Madden Maleava. Try that one at home. So the defense, after giving up a 65-yard touchdown reception, back on the field. We'll see if they can force a punting situation, try and get that ball back. 3:08 left here in the first quarter. The Bears up 7-0 over the Lancers. Fred Salas for the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. Glad you could be with us. 1st and 10 from the 45. Quick pass to the right side, caught at the 50-yard line.
Ball's complete to number 3.
Jordan Ross once again. Of course, he was on the receiving end of that 65-yard bomb on their last possession. And just for you folks at home to know that, again, this is a one-camera shoot. We do not have replay, but we're very happy that we have graphics. And I'll try and keep you posted with the time as we approach the 3-minute mark left here in the first quarter. Kelton Strickland, the freshman in the backfield. Now a spread formation, and Jalen Ross, the brother of Jordan Ross, in tight on the left side.
Kelton Strickland, the ball carrier.
Straight ahead for Strickland. Gain of 4, that'll be up 3rd and 1.
Number 3, there's a good for us. Into the 3rd and 1.
Lancers almost jumping on 3rd and inches. Third and less than a yard. Pass on left side, and that pass is caught. That'll be good for a first down.
Reception by number 2, Jace Brown. Gain of 5 yards on the play. First down.
Jace Brown, the junior wide receiver on the left side. The Male Ava looking good here in the first quarter. That quarterback. Play action, pressure, and a sack, and that's just what the doctor ordered for the Lancers. And leading the way on defense was Adrian Castro, the senior middle linebacker. So the Lancers getting pretty good penetration on the Warren Bears, and I'll tell you right now, it's cooling down out here at Cal High, and the drizzle has stopped. But I'll tell you, we get in the fourth quarter, that Lancer defense, if the game is on the line, I think that goes in their favor, and apparently there's a penalty marker down. Against the Lancers.
There was a penalty on the play. Defensive holding on the Lancers gets it down to the 30-yard line. First and 10 Bears.
Well, that was expensive. A 15-yard penalty against the Lancers. Public address announcer indicated it was defensive holding. This one rifled over the middle and incomplete. Looking for Ross again. Was Iamala Ava.
Ball's incomplete. It's intended for number 2, Jace Brown.
And that one falls incomplete, so second and 10. Pass complete once again, Jordan Ross.
Replacing the Jordan Ross.
And Iamale Ava. There we go. Is just calling the shots right now. Ball complete all the way down to the 11-yard line. It's first and 10 inside the final minute left here in the first quarter. Strickland lone setback. To the end zone for the touchdown. Jace Brown on the down and out. Made the catch.
There's a flag on the play.
And I think there's a penalty marker that came in. Indeed there is. And the question is, did it come after the score? The touchdown is good. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Warren. And that'll be assessed on the kickoff. So if nothing more, with Judith Luna, the kicker for the Warren Bears. That should give the Lancers good field position when they come back on offense. High snap on the two-point conversion try, and Ross is just going to throw it into the back of the end zone. And no extra point, and the score will remain 13-0 with 40 seconds left here in the first quarter.
4-13 is 0-0.
And let's take a listen to what Coach Brown of Warren said about his offense while we have a moment. The quarterback coach. Here with the quarterback coach, Coach Brown, quarterback coach, and of course, offensive coordinator with head coach Pearson. Talk about tonight's game plan.
Well, tonight we just trying to play our part, do our job. It's good to have our starter back in action so we can try to get a groove going and just go out there and compete. That's it.
Banged up a week ago, right? concussion protocol, and now he's ready to roll. How was his week of practice?
It was good. I mean, he was always on top of things. He stayed on huddle, was always looking at film, came out on the field looking smooth, looking good, and he's ready to go. So, we're excited. The team's excited, and we're feeling strong going into today.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
That's for that conduct.
Just that. So at the high school level, we kicked from the 40, but it was a 15-yard penalty. But somebody's marking it at the 20. So there we go. From the 25-yard line, short kick, good field position coming up for the Lancers. Taken inside the 45. Not a lot of room. Julio Munoz on the return. But a short field for the Lancers. Sweet spot at the 48-yard line. They've got to put some points on the board. 32 seconds left here in the first quarter. The Lancers have the football and they're down by 13. Northrup split to the right side along with Haas. And running to the near side is the big man, Owen Long. Very effective running the ball in the misdirection a week ago against the Griffins. Equally effective on that run. Gain of 9 will bring up a 2nd and 1.
9 yards for Long, brings up a 2nd and 1.
Leonardo now looking at the sidelines. That'll be the last play of the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter.
So we had a chance to catch up with Andy George before the game. And let's go straight to what he had to say and his thoughts coming into this week.
Also at the West End of the end zone. West End of
Catch it up.
the stands. $15 for one of the most beautiful programs in the valley. Support Soul Answers.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it at all.
Unless it's over.
No, it's not. It's longer than that. There you go. Well, if you're at home and you didn't hear Andy George, so we start the second quarter. Lancers with a 2nd and 1. And straight ahead is Long, lined up at quarterback this time. Got to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Leading the way was Josiah Smith for the Bears. Third down and 1.
Leonardo, quarterback for the Lancers.
Aiden Leonardo gets the word out. Adrian Castro is checked in at fullback. Castro straight ahead. He'll pick up the first down and grind it down to the 41-yard line.
On the carry for the Lancers, Adrian Castro, gain of 2 yards. First
Goal
down,
line offense.
Lancers.
Checking back into the game, Jaden Northrup, along with Eli Perez. Perez split to the right side, along with Bontemps. Trips to the right for Leonardo. 2 wideouts to the left side, 1st and 10 from the 41. Leonardo throwing down the right side, passes caught. Touchdown, Jaden Northrup. Lancers are on the board.
40-yard touchdown.
Marcus Hernandez
Lancers attempted an extra point.
for the extra point. Splits the uprights.
Because that play was good.
And the Lancers pick up 7 off a 41-yard strike from Aiden Leonardo to Jaden Northrup.
Extra point was good by Christian Morant.
And for Northrup, his first touchdown of the season. And for Leonardo, he now has 3 touchdowns to go with 2 interceptions in the 2023 season. And that kick goes out of bounds. That'll cost the Lancers 5. And they can either re-kick or take it where it goes out. And I think the smart move would be to take it where it went out of bounds. It'll be good field position for Warren. Rene Franco, our referee, discussing it with his teammates. Jeff Marithian is the line judge. Head line judge is Jose Mendez, and Bob Revelette is umpire. And the back judge is Kevin Johnson, and Coach Pearson and the Bears take the football at the 35. So we have Male Ava back in at quarterback. Straight ahead with Strickland, and that'll be good for a gain of 4. Owen Long in on the stop. Of course, Owen Long, a running back, senior, also a free safety. Comes up as a strong safety and definitely a man that can stop the run. 4 wide receivers set. Swing pass out to the right side, and great defensive effort by the Lancers, as Ross made the catch on the screen play and may have lost a yard, and indeed he did. Jaden Northrup coming up to make the stop on the outside.
Also a yard line play.
3rd down and 7 coming up.
Oh, the 38-yard line.
Inside 10 minutes left here in the second quarter. Rolling out, throwing back against the grain, incomplete. Intended for Ross, and Long was defending on the play.
Jordan Ross took a 4th down for the Bears.
And it should be a punting situation unless the Warren Bears are feeling highly confident. Bakari Harris is the punter, as their freshman is a little banged up, and they line up to go for it. Iamale Ava right now looking back at Pearson, who is also the offensive coordinator, and a quick kick. You've seen this once tonight. Last time was by Leonardo, and that one stops just inside the 20 and rolls down to the 17-yard line.
Punt rolls down to the 16-yard line, first and 10.
So Leonardo,
First and 10, Lancers.
Aiden Leonardo, and the offense back on the field, coming off that great connection from 41 yards away for the big strike to Northrop. We'll see if they can duplicate that effort here with 9.5 minutes left, and they're trailing by 6. First half action from the district stadium here at California High School in Whittier, California. Glad you can be with us. I'm Fred Salas on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. And Long is in there to take a direct snap. And he hands up, and that play was broken from the beginning. And he handed it off to Flores, and Flores had nowhere to go, as that was great penetration by the defensive front for the Bears.
That praise for the loss.
A loss of 4 will bring up a second down and 14, as we are now inside 9 minutes left in the second quarter.
Tackled by number 52, Michael Watson on the play. Lots of 6 yards on the play.
I want to thank you for watching this game, streaming live on the Live Like Jack channel on YouTube. We appreciate your effort. Long looking for a hole, found one.
Only long with the run.
Got out to the 15-yard line.
Gained 2 yards on the play.
That'll bring up a third down, and we'll call it a long 11. Lancers in a third and long, trips to the left side. Leonardo out of the shotgun, rolling left. Tosses to the left side, and that one was sniffed out, and a penalty marker comes in. And it'll be for the face mask, as on the receiving end was Laszlo Haas. And I think they're going to get aided by a face mask here, which would give them a first down, and we'll wait for the call from Rene Franco. Pass was good for roughly 5 yards, and here's the personal foul face mask, and that'll add 15 on
Personal foul, face mask
to the end of the run. But here's the problem. They marked it from the original, the face mask from the original line of scrimmage.
Brings the ball out to the 36-yard line of Lancers. First down, Lancers!
21, 15. Well, maybe off by a couple of yards. But either way, it's a first down for the Lancers, spotted on the 36. And thank you, Chris Celaya, for the nice words. Appreciate you, brother. First and 10, Lancers. Leonardo in trouble. Not going anywhere. And the sack by the big man once again, his second time tonight. JT Houston, the senior defensive end, and Leonardo had nowhere to go. And if they're not going to sprint Leonardo out to the right or the left side tonight, he's not going to have a lot of time. Or quick hitters to the outside. are going to be the food of choice for the offense and throwing the football as we approach 6.5 minutes, 13-7 here in the second quarter.
Correction, a loss of 6 on the play.
Loss of 7, 2nd down and 17. Screenplay inside, and that'll be good for a handful of yards. 36. Getting across the 36-yard line was Laszlo Haas with a nice catch after the run. And that brings up a 3rd down and 9 for La Serna. And Leonardo Aiden getting the play from the sidelines after every single snap, so a lot of extra sprinting for the quarterback. But right now, he needs to deliver. From the 36, pass over the middle, and a nice effort at the end by Haas to try and pick up a couple more, but not enough for the first down as he stretched it out to the 41-yard line, and it's 4th down, and we'll call it 5. And the Lancers trust their defense, so if they go for it right here on 4th down, it would be no surprise. And they'll do just that. Trips to the left side for Aiden Leonardo at quarterback. Twin wide receiver set to the right side. That's Northrup, and Bontemp's on the right. Nobody in the backfield. And that one nearly blocked as it's a quick kick, and it's going to roll down to the 34-yard line. And a smart play to back up the Warren Bears as their defense has been playing pretty solid thus far, with the exception of the pass from Leonardo to Northrup for the Lancers' only score of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a loss. Debit card, Isabella M. Valero. Isabella M. Valero will be at card will be at the front gate with identification. Isabella Valero, lost Visa card. Thank you.
Yama Leava in the backfield. Hands to Strickland, and Strickland across the line of scrimmage. That'll be good for a 3-yard gain on the play. And Owen Long, once again, the man in the middle, making the stop.
On the run for the Bears, number 20, Kelton Strickland.
And now checking in the backfield for Warren is Jacob Cano. He's seen some playing time. Strickland, the deep back, and Strickland gets the nod.
Guys, I see a whole row.
And gain of about a half a yard. So big play for the Lancers if they want to try and get in the end zone before halftime as we approach 3.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. The Bears 3rd down and 6. Quick pass right side, incomplete, long over that one. As the intended target was Darius Maddox. And that brings up a 4th down. There's been 3 quick kicks on a 4th down formation in this game, 2 by the Lancers of La Serna and 1 by Warren. And we'll see if that's the game plan here after the incomplete pass. And rolling out and throwing it, it's incomplete. And sweet field position now for the Lancers.
Ball's incomplete, turnover on downs, Lancers will take over.
Iamaleava. Nobody on the receiving end of that one. And falls incomplete. So a good job by the Lacerna Lancers defense to give the ball back to the offense. And when I said sweet field position, spotted on the 44 in Warren territory. 3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the second quarter, and they're down by 6.
At quarterback, Leonardo.
Zeb Bontemps checking in at the last second, split out to the right side. Play action. Over the top goes Leonard. Couldn't get to the football. No call. Elijah Flores was the intended target. Claimed that he was interfered with, but no flag came out. Defending on the play was David Zaldana. Second and 10. Clock stops at 3:03 left in this first half. Glad you could be with us. Fred Salas on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. Glad you're watching. Thanks for tuning in. Early movement on the outside. Not on the same page.
Illegal procedure on the Lancers.
Bontemps
It's a ball back 5 yards.
off to the races before the snap. That'll cost them 5, and that's not what you want in this situation. You got 3 minutes and 3 seconds. You've got great field position. You've just now reverted nearly back to the 50-yard line. They spot it on the 49, and it's now 2nd and 15.
Halftime.
Owen Long picking up positive yards and getting out of bounds. Well, no, they head linesman keeps the clock moving as Long looked as if he stepped out inside the 40-yard line, but he got all the way down to the 37. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 3. And that misdirection with Long running to the left side,
11 yards on the play.
as I mentioned earlier, very effective against the Griffins a week ago, ripping off some major yardage, and Long averaging 5 yards a carry on the season. And they could use 5 right here. Handoff will be good enough for a 1st down, and getting out of bounds was Alcaraz. Jason Alcaraz with a 1st down for the Lancers, and he stops the clock with 2:19 left in the second quarter. Great play for Lacerna. They're going to try and tie it up. Now they've got it down at the 25-yard line.
First down at the 25-yard line.
And in tight is Long. Flores on the left side. Flores a man in motion. Leonardo looking, lots of time. Throws it to the end zone, and it's broken up. Thrown into double coverage. And fortunate that ball wasn't picked off, intended for Northrup, who already has a touchdown tonight.
2nd and 10.
But with all that time, you might think he would look for something on the short side, perhaps an outlet, but not that time. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Haas split to the right side, in tight on the left side is Kobos on 2nd down. And Kobos not going anywhere. In fact, they're going to lose 4 on that carry. timeout called by the Lancers. That timeout comes with exactly 2 minutes left in the first half. The Warren Bears 13, the Lacerna Lancers 7. And the Lancers will be faced with a 3rd down and 14. And this is definitely 4-down territory. No quick pep coming here. And last week, the kicking game, not very effective against the Griffins. So that means if they can't pick up major yardage on 3rd down, they'll be going for it on 4th down. So at halftime, we're going to talk a little bit about the Live Like Jack Foundation and the work we're doing. We've got a little reel to show you, so stay tuned. There is no commercial break here, but we are going to talk about the Live Like Jack Foundation and the great work we are doing in terms of encouraging people to become registered organ donors, and I'll talk about that at the half. Light misty rain coming down right now, and now a timeout called by Kevin Pearson, as the Bears want to talk about. We'll step aside just for a moment. Stay with us.
That's more for the computer. I don't want the.
So we've got some rain coming down here, and we're protected, so we're good to go. We're going to stay here. And the absolute worst case scenario, if it comes down heavy, we'll see if we can't move into a safer location in the press box. Third down and 14, spotted on the 29. Lancers need to move the football to keep this drive rolling. Leonardo, pressure, steps up, toss over the middle, caught, touchdown! Northrop with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Lancers have come roaring back and have tied the game just inside 2 minutes left in the first half. And Christian Miranda 2 for 2 tonight. He's given the Lancers the lead, 14-13, with 1:53 left in the second quarter. So again, if you've got friends in Downey, you've got friends in Whittier watching right now this live stream, spread the wealth. Text them, tell them the Live Like Jack Foundation on YouTube is live and nonprofit. So one camera shoot, we're keeping it simple tonight, but we're glad you're with us. And for me, it's good to be out at the press box once again. So thank you for watching.
Once again, there's a 27-yard touchdown play from Leonardo.
Back deep, Jalen Ross. Jordan Ross is a senior. Little brother Jalen Ross is the sophomore. Taken at the 20. And finding the seam is Omar Stephens.
The kickoff brings it out at the 38-yard line.
And And he'll get it out across the 35 out to the 37.
First and 10 Bears.
So the Bears will have a $147 to work with here in the second quarter. The Lancers defense, they figured out a few things that they didn't have figured out in the first quarter. And Luis Cruz, former swordsman, now La Serna Lancer, defensive coordinator. Outstanding season so far. And he's bringing the goods tonight. Iamar Leava run on the offense from the 37 on first down. Flicks it out to the right side, and that pass is caught. And in spite of going out of bounds, Jace Brown makes the catch, steps out, but the clock keeps rolling. Gain of 8 on first downs. 2nd and 2. Quick snap, fires right side, and once again, it's Jace Brown. That'll be good for a first down in this hurry-up offense for the Bears. And Iamar Leava throwing some strikes right now. Penalty marker down. And a hit after the fact. That should not draw a flag as the play was still rolling. Owen Long with a big hit on Strickland, but the play was blown dead as the Warren Bears were moving prematurely.
What are they playing on the plate? Too many men on the field.
So in spite of the early movement, the penalty is going to go against the Lancers. A 5-yard penalty as they had 12 men on the field. And it's 1st and 5. Pass is caught on the right side, and after the catch, a nice move by Jordan Ross. And we approach the 1-minute mark. The clock stops at the high school level to move the chains. Spotted on the 29, it's 1st and 10. We're now inside 1 minute. Iamar Leava fires pass, caught, complete, and breaking tackles and scoring a touchdown is Jalen Ross. A 29-yard strike from Iamar Leava to Jalen Ross. And just like that, the Bears are back on top. And the Bears know it's time to go for 2. And their intention is to go for 2. As Judith Luna typically lines up in the formation and they bring out the kicker's block, but neither Luna or the block, kicking block, are on the field. And now a timeout call by Kevin Pearson. And the Bears want to talk about it. They know this is an important 2-point conversion as they lead by 5, 19-14. So in case you're just joining us, the Warren Bears were able to strike twice in this first half with touchdowns. They missed their extra point, the second extra point, made the score 13-0. And then the Lancers came back with an Aiden Leonardo touchdown to Jaden Northrup with good field position. And then just moments ago, that same connection, Leonardo to Northrup for their second score of the night. Both extra points by Miranda were good. And now, right now, the touchdown reception by Jalen Ross. 19-14. And the Warren Bears will go for 2. Diamale Ava running the offense, trips to the left side. Looking left, fires left, and that pass is incomplete. Beautiful job, broken up by Aiden Flores. And the pass was intended for Jason Brown. And a good job by the defense for the Lancers to keep it a 5-point game.
We have 14.
And they've got 50 seconds to work with when they get the ball back. So it's all going to be pending the kick by Judith Luna to see what kind of field position they. And again, be sure to stay with us at halftime as I'm going to talk a little bit about the Live Like Jack Foundation, what we're doing, and the effect we are having. I appreciate you staying tuned. Short kick, taken at the 32. And Elijah Flores on the return out to the 34-yard line.
35-yard line. Number 3 takes the kick out. Elijah Flores, the second.
Now some pretty good spots tonight. This one is marked at the 35, so a 65-yard field for the Lancers offense with 46 seconds left. First and 10. Owen Long in the backfield along with Aiden Leonardo. And his role is to block. And a penalty marker comes in. Good news for the Lancers. That stops the clock. Haas was the intended target. And Lamar Stevens was defending on the play. That's the second penalty of the night on Stevens. 41 seconds left on the clock. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty, so that'll sweeten the pot and give the Lancers the ball at midfield with 41 seconds. So now they have to be thinking about putting the ball in the end zone. They've got the tools. Scoreboard says they have 3 timeouts. I've got them down with 2.
15-yard penalty brings it out to midfield.
Long stays in the game in the backfield. That extra protection should help. Leonardo fires to the right side. Pass is caught and a big hit at the 40-yard line. Delivering the smack was Justice Crawford after Northrop made the catch, and there's a penalty marker down. This could be a helmet-to-helmet, and that too would aid this drive for the Serna Lancers. Personal foul against Warren. And it is a big one. That was helmet-to-helmet contact. And again, thank you for tuning in. But this is a one-man band tonight. Single camera shot, no replay. We'll see if that improves with time. If what we're trying to accomplish here is successful. And a plug for next week's game. Thursday night, September 7th, we will be at College of the Canyons as West Ranch hosts the St. Paul Swordsmen, and you can watch that game live on Thursday night at 7:30 right here on the Live Like Jack YouTube channel. Leonardo slips a tackle, then fumbles the football, and that'll kill the drive and trying to make something happen. But it turned out to be too expensive, and coming up with a football was Julian Garcia for the Bears. And 27 seconds on the clock. And the Lancers are hoping that the Warren offense doesn't run the gamut and take it 75 yards for a score. Tough break for Aiden Leonardo as he slipped the tackle, tried to make something happen, but those second chance gamers up on the front line for Warren making it happen. .27 seconds left on the clock, second quarter. And again, I remind you to stay tuned as we had some movement on the line of scrimmage, and that'll stop the clock.
Illegal procedure on the Bears.
So a procedure penalty will back up the Warren Bears to the 20-yard line. First down and 15. Iamale Ava looking to throw deep. Does indeed, and making the adjustment and the catch. Big play for the Warren Bears. Jordan Ross. A 57-yard pass play, and the Bears are in business. That was a wow factor, a great pass, and a great adjustment and a great catch. Iamale Ava downs the football with 15 seconds. Ball spotted on the 23-yard line. And 15 seconds on the game clock. Iamale Ava with time. Toss to the right side, and that'll get out of bounds and stop the clock. And a nice catch once again by Jordan Ross. That picks up a first down and brings it down to inside the 14 with 11 seconds left on the clock. The Lancers defense needs a stop. And of course the Warren Bears want to put more points on the board after a big play in the closing moments of this first half. Pressure. And a backside pursuit. Staying with it, just Adrian Castro able to sack Iamale Ava in the backfield. After missing him the first time, he stayed with him, and that'll end the first half. So the defense, which we've talked about through this first half, rises to the occasion when they need to and shuts down Warren. And at halftime, the Warren Bears 19 and the Serna Lancers 14. It's a 5-point margin. We'll kick off for the Lancers. Again, our referee, Renee Franco. Head coach Andy George for the Lancers. His 20th season coaching the varsity football team. 8th year as a head coach. Kevin Pearson for the Bears in his 5th season. Both teams coming into tonight's action with a 1-1 record. Stevens and Ross standing back at their own 10-yard line. And here we go. Taken at the 20. And finding a seam was Jace Brown.
Jace Brown takes the kickoff, brings it up near the 40-yard line.
That one good for a 19-yard kickoff return. And if you're just joining us, it was a great defensive stand inside the red zone after a big play inside the final minute of the second quarter. And the Lancers able to break up a couple of incomplete passes and get to this quarterback, who's an outstanding senior quarterback, or make that a junior quarterback. Iamale Ava, number 10, 6'3". Large frame, down on the field earlier, very athletic player, watching him in warm-ups. He can fling the rock a long distance. Strickland joins him in the backfield. He's a lone setback, spotted at 39. It's 1st and 10. Throwing it deep once again. Intended target was Jalen Ross, and Ross was the one he connected with inside that final minute to get the ball down inside the 20-yard line. Iamale Ava running this offense. Kelton Strickland, he is a freshman running back. This coach thinks he's going to be a star. Iamale Ava. Strike over the middle. Ross with a catch. Ross with a lot of room, and Ross is going to take it the distance. Touchdown.
Touchdown one.
2 plays, and just like that, the Bears have got the lead by 11, 25-14 with 11:34 left in the 3rd quarter.
Hey, Jordan Ross.
Iamale Ava right on cue. I mentioned throwing strikes tonight. And that play just broke down, and Jordan Ross had nothing but daylight up the near sideline. So a fine play, and once again, the Warren offense will attempt a 2-point conversion. Their last attempt broken up by this Lancers defense. Iamale Ava in trouble and sacked once again. Defense playing solid tonight. Eli Perez, the junior linebacker, with the sack. So the Lancer defense holds it to 11. (25-14). Lancers will get the ball back. 2 touchdowns for the Lancers tonight. 2 touchdown passes for Aiden Leonardo, connecting with Jaden Northrup. 3 touchdowns on the season for Leonardo, and for Northrup scoring his first 2 tonight. Pooch kick by Judith Luna, taken at the 31. And a short return by Elijah Flores.
Elijah Flores, the center. Gets the ball out to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Lancers.
(11:29), 3rd quarter. Spotted on the 33. Owen Long checks in on offense. And no Leonardo right now, so Aiden on the sidelines as Owen Long looking to take a direct snap. Gets a good block, comes to the outside, and good spot after the run. Stretches it out to the 40-yard line. So a gain of 7 for Long.
6 yards for Long, out to the 40-yard line.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 3. And Leonardo checks back in. And Johnny Navarro in the backfield, and it'll be Navarro off the left side, and he'll pick up a 1st down. A nice carry as Navarro stretches it out to the 44.
On the run to the Lancers, they're 26.
We'll call it the 45, and it's 1st and 10 Lancers.
First down, Lancers.
And again, if you're just joining us, tonight on the Live by Jack Foundation YouTube channel. It's a one-man show tonight, single camera shoot. We have a graphic for the score. I'll try and keep you abreast of the time as this game progresses. Long runs into a lot of traffic and not a lot of room there as he gains a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Along with the carry. 1 yard on the
And a good
play,
job by the
2nd
big
and
man
9.
up front, Josiah Smith, the middle linebacker, and Jordan Abarca, the defensive tackle, making the stop. Inside 10 minutes, clock's moving. We are in the third quarter. Second and 9. Leonardo pressure, steps up, quick toss, quick catch by Northrup. And Northrup will pick up a first down and run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That'll move the chains once again, and the Lancers are on the move. Clock stops with 9:27 left in the third quarter. Score is 25-14. Our apologies for the graphic. Working great in the first half. Not so much now. An early movement.
Penalty flags on the play.
Right tackle jumped prematurely. Jaden Campos. Front line's made up of Rudy Lopez, Johnny Ramos, Jaden Campos, and Riley Miller, along with the guard Giovanni Osuna. And that'll cost him 5 and back him up to the 45.
League procedure on the Lancers brings the ball back to the 45-yard line. 1st and 15.
First down, 15 to go. Hand off, end around, nothing there. Once again, a great play by Josiah Smith. And Flores had nowhere to go. So now the Lancers moving in the wrong direction. First the 5-yard penalty, and now Flores losing 5 on the end around. Clock moving as we approach the 9-minute mark here in the third quarter. Pass incomplete. Leonardo had long, wide open. That would have gone for big yardage. Instead, it brings up third down at midfield. 8:35, clock stops on the incomplete pass. And we're in the third quarter. So right now, the defense for the Warren Bears playing pretty solid and backing up the Lancers. And we'll see what the Lancers can do on third and a long 20. Northrup split to the right side. Out of the shotgun. Leonardo pressure. Fires into double coverage, and that pass is picked off at the 20-yard line by the Bears. And on the return, getting across the 40-yard line, is Justice Crawfey. And Crawfey with a great interception and a bigger return, and gets it all the way back to the 35-yard line of the Lancers. So after the moving the ball and having a 1st and 10 inside Bear territory at the Bear 40-yard line, the Lancers go back on a penalty, a running play, a missed opportunity on an incomplete pass, and then an interception that was returned for 4 yards unofficially. And the Warren Bears are back in business at the 35 with 8:19 left in the third quarter. So as we talked about the offense last week not performing and trying to catch up with the defense for the Lancers, you know, it's okay if you don't, well, it's not okay if you don't put points on the board, but you don't want to put your defense in a bad position, and that's what's just happened on the field right now. Iamaleava comes back out, Strickland the deep back, and it's 1st and 10 from the 35. Iamaleava gets it out to Strickland in the flats, and that'll be good for 11 yards and another first down for the Bears. You heard Andy George talk about this matchup. I believe this is the 5th year in a row that they've played the Bears, and he says it's always a tough challenge, but it certainly gets them ready for a league play. Spotted on the 24. It's 1st and 10. This one going to the end zone, a little bit of contact and no flag as Jaden Northrup was in the neighborhood.
Falls incomplete, with number 2, Jace Brown. With 2nd and 10.
And Jace Brown, the intended target. 2nd and 10. So right now the Lancers need to get a stop as they trail by 11 with 7:45 here in the third quarter. Iamaleava, shovel pass. And this is Strickland straight up the middle. So Strickland on the sidelines. Lyndon Hodge is checked in, and Hodge getting some big yardage and putting the ball down inside the 10, spotted at the 8. It's now 1st and goal. Iamaleava fires end zone, nearly intercepted. Elijah Flores had it in his hands, and he's going to want that one back. That would have stopped the drive and given the ball back to the Lancers with 7:13 left in the third quarter. We are so glad you could be with us. Spread the word. Next week, Thursday, September 7th, we'll be at College of the Canyons for the St. Paul Swordsmen and the West Ranch High School football team as that ball goes into the end zone for the touchdown. And this is Kelton Strickland extending the lead for the Bears with 7:08 left in the third. And they'll do the swinging gate, and now we have Judith Luna, the only female on the team. She is the kicker, and she is a junior. 5 feet tall is Judith, and the kicking block is on the field. So now that they've extended the lead to 17, Judith Luna will attempt the extra point, and it's good. 32-14, 18-point lead now with 7:08 left in the third quarter. And the Warren Bears have been able to move the ball effectively through the air in a very effective running game, as demonstrated on that nice run just moments ago by Kelton Strickland.
How do we log on to the stream?
YouTube. Live Like Jack Foundation.
Live
Like Jack.
like that.
So right now I want to thank our 102 viewers watching live on the Live Like Jack YouTube channel. As I mentioned, next week West Ranch in St. Paul from College of the Canyons. Game time 7:30 right here on the Live Like Jack channel. If this works out, we may keep up this programming. Ball taken at the 25 and returned out across the 35-yard line. So a 10-yard return for the Lancers. Zeb Bontemps on the return. So let's see if the Lancers, led by quarterback Aiden Leonardo, the senior quarterback, can get this football moving as they trail it with 18, or trail by 18 with 7:03 left in the third quarter. Lots of time left in this ball game. I want to thank you 100+ viewers for watching. We appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the game. Leonardo fires left side, pass is caught across the 40, and slipping a tackle is Jackson DeLang, and he gets near midfield. DeLang, that's just his second catch of the season.
15 yards brings up the first down.
His first catch was for 10. That one was a good gain of 15, so DeLang has 25 on the season off 2 catches. Spotted at the 49, it's 1st and 10 Serna. Floor is split to the left side in tight. Owen Long is checked in, the right side. And we've got a new quarterback, and that pass is incomplete. Off the hands of Northrop, who's got 2 touchdowns tonight.
Number 2, Jaden Northrop. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
And Jordan Bonilla has checked into the game. He is a freshman. He got limited time last week when Aiden Leonardo went down with a sore wrist in the second half. He's got a lot of ability. Didn't make any connections last week, but we'll see if that history changes right here tonight. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Bonilla looking, got some protection, fires, and that's going to be a pass interference. Pass will fall incomplete.
Pass incomplete. There's a flag on the play.
Northrop, the intended receiver. And for the 3rd time tonight, Justin Crawford has been caught. So that'll be a 15-yard penalty and automatic first down. With the movement of the chains for the Lancers.
Pass interference against the Bears. Brings the ball down to the 36-yard line. First down, Lancers.
So now the ball spotted on the 36-yard line. And again, Aiden Leonardo out of the game. And Jordan Bonilla in the game. Sprints to the right side, tosses deep, and that pass is incomplete. Bonilla showing that he can get the ball downfield. Northrop had an opportunity to make the grab, but he was in double coverage, and a nice play defensively by the Warren Bears.
2nd and 10.
6:38 left in the third quarter. A lot of incomplete passes, so this quarter is going exceptionally long. Glad you could be with us. 32-14 in favor of the Warren Bears. Lancers with the football, 2nd and 10. Bonilla under center and hands it to Owen Long, who tries to get around the edge. Does just that and gets inside the 30-yard line. And a Warren Bear is slow on getting up, and now an injury timeout.
Going along with the run.
The gain of 6 yards on the play for Long. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4. Renee Franco, our referee tonight. Solid job by his entire crew. Umpires Bob Rovaletta. Head linesman is Jose Mendez. Line judge is Jeff Marifian. And the back judge is Kevin Johnson. And again, click and subscribe if you're watching the game live. We certainly appreciate it. And if you can, go to the LLJGolf.com Live Like Jack Foundation website, livelikejackfoundation.org or LLJGolf.com. Our golf tournament is sold out, but you could certainly buy a golf ball and get an opportunity to win up to $2,500 on September 11th. That'll be at 11:15 when we do that. And we will reward the money immediately. And we're not sure if we'll be streaming live that day. We have in the previous 4 years. This is the 5th tournament. We've been sold out for over a week now. We're very proud of the effort that we're making and the work that we're getting done. And again, I'll mention that if you're watching this and you need a speaker free of charge, I am currently on tour in LA and Orange County doing a 30-minute Live Like Jack history of organ transplantation and where we are in the United States with organ donations. And just give me a ring and I'll set a date. On 3rd down, inside handoff, and the big man, number 44, Adrian Castro, lunges forward for a 1st down, and the Lancers keep the drive alive with 6:06 left in the 3rd. Clock stops momentarily while they set the chains. Now we are inside 5 minutes.
Gain of 4 yards on the play.
Ball spotted on the 25. And I mentioned Jordan Bonilla in for the injured Aiden Leonardo. Under center. Hands off to Long. Once again, they ran this play successfully last week. And Long, all the way inside the 10-yard line, down to the 8. Perhaps some of the big men up front getting a little gas
19-yard run by Long.
on the Warren side of the ball. But that sets up the Lancers 1st and goal from the 8-yard line.
1st and goal on the 8-yard line of Warren.
And up once again, left side, and getting down inside the 5, maybe down to the 3, was Jason Alcaraz. And he did get down to the 3-yard line, so it's 2nd and goal. Lancers are on the doorstep trying to close this gap. They trail by 18.
5-yard gain on the play.
And lots of time left here in the 3rd. 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Clock is moving. Full house backfield. Owen Long around the edge, pushing his way down inside the 1, and he's stopped shy of the goal line. Good job by the Bears. Goal line defense, and once again, having a big night is JT Houston. A couple of sacks in the first half, and unofficially 7 tackles in this second half alone. Third and goal from the 1.
Comes down to 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Castro, the man in the backfield in the middle. and movement. This time the right guard by the Lancers. And we'll get the call. But it's going to back them up 5. So these penalties that the Lancers have committed have stopped their drives, not only here in the third quarter, but in the second quarter as well. The clock is moving. It shouldn't be moving at 3:20, 3:21, but somebody's missing the boat because that was a penalty. Stop the clock. And again, these penalties have been very expensive for Serna tonight. And that backs them up 3rd and goal now from the 6. Alcaraz in the backfield, along with Bonilla running the show. Bonilla rolling to the right side, and the freshman gets out of trouble, throws to the corner of the end zone, but nobody's home. So a nice job to get away and then to unload a incomplete pass. We'll see if Serna's got the kicking game in action, or if they're going to keep their offense out on the field and try and pick up 6 yards and 6 points. Offense stays on the field. Adrian Castro in the backfield. 3rd and goal from the 6. And around to Owen. Long touchdown.
Touchdown, Whittier! Home run for 6-yard run.
Great execution and play action to Adrian Castro, and then handing it off to Owen Long, who goes 6 yards into the end zone for the touchdown. The lead is now 12, 32-20. And that'll bring out Marcus Hernandez to attempt the extra point. And the extra point is good, 32-21. It's back to an 11-point game with 2:34 left in the third quarter. So the Lancers able to put a drive together. And in spite of a couple of problems, they were aided by a couple of problems on the Warren side of the football. A couple of 15-yard penalties. Helmet-to-helmet contact, and then the pass interference. And that got the ball all the way inside Bear territory. And with the backup quarterback, Jordan Bonilla, able to help the Lancers get in the end zone. A 6-yard touchdown run by Owen Long to close the gap. Marcus Hernandez will kick it off for the Lancers. And back deep, the dangerous Jace Brown and Jordan Ross. And he'll be taken by Jalen Ross. And Ross finds the seam and gets across the 30-yard line all the way out to the 35.
Jalen Ross on the return.
So a nice return for the Bears. It'll be 1st and 10.
Here's the ball out to the
But not as
33-yard line.
generous
First
as the
and
spot
10
as
Bears.
it first indicated. But put it on the 33, and that's where the offense and Iamale Ava will go to work. And he's had a good night tonight. And again, if you're just joining us, We're keeping it simple tonight. This is a one-camera shoot. Our graphic is a little off, but that is the accurate score of 32. Well, let's add one. Pass deep is caught down to the 25-yard line. Iamaleava again on target, connecting with Jace Brown. And they have delivered the goods, big play after big play. 2:17 left in the third quarter. Clock stops as they move the chains. Comes all the way down to the 15-yard line. As I mentioned, keeping it simple, one-camera shoot. And we'll keep you abreast with the clock. That pass nearly intercepted. Iamaleava nearly picked off by Emery Law. First time we've said his name tonight. And good time to plug the defense. Long is obviously free safety. Northrup defensive back. Flores strong safety. Law is a defensive end. Linebacker Eli Perez. Cornerback Aiden Flores. Cornerback Laszlo Haas. And 2nd and 10 now for the Bears. Swing pass. Fired out to the right side. That pass is caught. Darius Maddox with the reception. And Long, who's been all over the field tonight, assisting on the tackle. Jason Alvarez, a linebacker. And Adrian Castro, the middle linebacker, along with Gavin Welling, a defensive tackle. Gain of 3. 3rd down and 7. Incomplete. Was looking for Ross.
4th and 7.
And once again, nearly intercepted by the Lancers and Aiden Flores. 4th down. 1:18 left in the third quarter, and this quarter is going exceptionally long. Real time about 48 minutes.
Picks up a 4th and 7.
Looking, not a lot of time. There comes the defense, and not a lot of room for Iamaleava. So Iamaleava brought down on the backfield, and once again the Serna Lancers defense standing tall as they got down inside the red zone, are very close to it, inside the 25, and the Lancers offense will get the ball back and get back to work with 1:09 left in the third. And checking back into the game is the starting quarterback, Aiden Leonardo. And they stay on the ground this time. Gain of 2 on the play.
Number 26, Jason Alvarez.
Alvarez, the man carrying the football. Gonna bring up a 2nd down and 8. Clock now inside 40 seconds. Third quarter action. Lancers would like to get the ball moving and get it into Warren territory sooner rather than later. 2nd and 8. Steps up, gets it to Northrup, but right at the line of scrimmage, nothing more. That may be the final play of the third quarter. The clock now showing 11 seconds and running. That's the end of the third quarter. An 11-point advantage for the Warren Bears over the Serna Lancers. 12 minutes left in this one. And the Lancers will have the football faced with a 3rd down and 7 on their own 21 to start the 4th quarter. I'm Fred Salas. Glad you could be with us here on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube page. I hope you're enjoying this game. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Right now, real time, 114 viewers. That's a lot more than we expected, so get the word out. Next Thursday, we'll be at College of the Canyons, Live Like Jack Foundation live YouTube game. We are a non-profit, and we're having a lot of fun doing this, as West Ranch will host St. Paul Thursday night game, a rare game on Thursday night. Leonardo airing it out. And that should have drawn a flag as he actually interfered with the intended target. And that was Haas on the pattern, Laszlo Haas, and albeit it wasn't blatant, the defensive back never turned around to see the flight of the football. And unfortunately for the Lancers, that brings up a 4th down in a punting situation.
Brings up the 4th down for the Lancers.
Christian Miranda, double duty kicker and punter. And he needs to really flip the field right now because Ross, the very dangerous Jordan Ross, is standing near the 50. 11:54 left in the ball game. End over end kick, takes a bounce at the 50. And a good bounce, another 14 yards after making contact and down at the 36-yard line. So that kick able to back up the Bears. And we'll see if the Lancer defense can stand tall or if it's going to be the offense of Warren High School behind the leadership of Matt Iamaleava. Say that 50 times. Iamaleava. There used to be another player like that at St. John Bosco that was challenging, and that was DJ Yawangalele. Had to practice that a couple hundred times before showing up for a game. This time, 1st and 10 from the 35. Strickland buried in the backfield, a nice play. Adrian Castro coming up to make the stop. That'll be a loss of 2. Clock running, 11 and a half minutes left. The Lancers trailing by 11. Second and 12. Iamaleava slides forward for a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. Inside 11 minutes now. 10:55 and counting.
Gain of 3 on the play, brings the ball out to the 36-yard line.
Good crowd on the Lancer side of the field, and for the Warren Bears, they travel pretty well. Spread out nicely across the field. The Lancer sideline, densely populated. 3rd down and 9, screen play. This is Jordan Ross, and Jordan Ross picks up a first down, getting it out across the 50-yard line. So the Warren Bears keep the drive continue, and they need to burn the clock as it's moving with 10:19 left in the ball game.
14 yards in the pass play.
And on the last-minute keeper, Iamaleava able to pick up 3, and that'll bring up a second down and 7. Another nice play by Castro, making a tackle. Swing pass to the outside, slipping tackles and gaining positive yards. Darius Maddox, what a play. And the Lancers breaking down after the pass was caught. And give Maddox a lot of credit for slipping tackles, but late in the game of the Griffins, Los Altos Griffins, from a week ago, it was a 13-6 ball game for the longest time, but in the fourth quarter, this defense got a little winded and gave up a couple of scores. And the Bears still throwing the football. That'll stop the clock. Good news for the Lancers with 9:13 left on the incomplete pass. So head coach Kevin Pearson not keeping it on the ground. He knows it's tough to run against the Lancers. And keeping the ball in the hands of Iamaleava and having him spread the wealth. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Iamaleava tossing it up. He's got a man, and that pass is incomplete. Intended for Jace Brown.
Oh, it's incomplete. Intended for number 2, Chase Brown.
And good job by Laszlo Haas, the two-way man defending on the play. So this is a big down right here. 3rd down, or they don't get it. We might see the quick kick, but they want to talk about it. So Kevin Pearson calling a timeout for the Warren Bears with exactly 9:06 left here in the fourth quarter. And if you want to know, if you've just tuned in, you want to know what the Live Like Jack Foundation is all about, we invite you to go to our website. LLJGolf.com is the shortcut for livelikejackfoundation.org. Find out about Jack's story and what we're doing to save lives. And we'd like you to participate. If you're not an organ donor or registered organ donor, real easy, check the box, or you can sign up on our website at livelikejackfoundation.org or LLJGolf.org or LLJGolf.com. So if the Lancers can get a stop here and get the ball back, they trail by 11. They've got plenty of time. And here we go. 3rd down for Iamaleava and the Warren offense. They hand off to Strickland and keep it on the ground, and Strickland is going to pick up some positive yards, and he'll be shy of the first down, but it certainly sets up an easier call for Kevin Pearson to make, and they're right back on the ball, 4th and 1, and back to Strickland, and he picks up the first down. So great play calling by the offensive coordinator, Coach Brown, and of course Pearson, and Adrian Castro got up a little slow.
First down.
Looked like he banged up a forearm. Spotted on the 20, it's 1st and 10. Back to Strickland, and we'll see if they stick to the running game to try and burn some clock.
1 yard on the play.
As once again, Castro in on the tackle.
2nd and 9.
Gain of 1. Clock moving now at 8:20 left in the ball game. Strickland back deep. Once again, he gets the nod, and that defensive front for La Serna getting a little bit more porous with every play.
Strickland with the run.
Clock now really moving at 7:40. And a 2nd down, and make it a 3rd down and 3 for the Bears. So the Lancers have been on the field a lot tonight defensively. They've given up some big plays. They bent and they didn't break, but on a couple of occasions, and then he came back with a couple of great plays on their own. Aiden Leonardo to Northrup. They've hooked up twice tonight for touchdowns, and of course Owen Long on the ground, and Strickland once again now inside the 5, and that'll be good enough for another 1st down and set up a 1st and goal for the Bears, and the Bears can seal it with a score here.
And 3 yards on the play.
Clock exactly at 7 minutes now and moving.
The 5 yard line.
So not only are the Warren Bears the enemy tonight, but now the clock is also playing a role. Misdirection play, broken play. Now a late throw into the end zone. Boy, if they could have got a turnover there, that would have been favorable for the Lancers. Instead, the pass to Jace Brown falls incomplete, and it's 2nd and goal.
Number 2, Jace Brown. Brings up a 2nd and goal from the 5.
Head coach Kevin Pearson and Iamale Ava having a long conversation, burning as much clock as possible. Clock at 6:23, and they keep it on the ground and go straight ahead. And this time, Jacob Cano, the ball carrier.
Jacob Cano with the carry, gain of 3 yards.
But I can tell you it must be a home team clock operator, because in spite of that ball being on the ground, the clock stopped for about 6 seconds in favor of the Lancers. And now it's 3rd and goal. Clock moving now at 5:45. And head coach Kevin Pearson and the Bears milking every second. A score will put it away. The Lancers get the ball back without the score, and they've got a chance. And Strickland shy of the goal line.
Penalty flags on the play.
And there's penalty markers down. We might have early movement, and this would also aid La Serna. Procedure penalty. Illegal motion, and that'll back them up 5.
Illegal procedure against the Bears.
So that'll make it 3rd down and goal from the 7. Clock stops at 5:31.
Brings it back 5 yards.
Lancers trailing by 11. The Lancers need a stop, and they need 2 scores. 2-point conversion and a field goal after a touchdown for the Lancers would tie the game, and they'd go into California overtime. Hand off to Strickland, and Strickland straight ahead.
Strickland with the carry.
4th and goal from the 2 now. Clock at 5:12. We'll see where it's at when they snap the football.
Brings the ball down to the 2-yard line, 5 yards on the play. Brings up a 4th and 2 from the.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, everybody. I'm Fred Salas, and thanks for tuning in to the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube page. And if you're just tuning in, we'll be back here. We'll be at College of the Canyons on Thursday night, September 7th, for a game between St. Paul and West Ranch. And here we go. On 4th down, Strickland once again, and did he get into the end zone? No call yet. He did. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
Bears.
Strickland.
And that should do it, as the lead is now back up to 17. And it's a 3-score ball game, and with 4 minutes and 31 seconds left. The Lancers will play this one out for pride. They will drop to 1-2 on the season. Their loss being to 2 big foes. Again, this game has yet to be decided officially. But losing to Los Altos, and of course pounded on Pasadena a couple of weeks ago. And here comes the only female on the field, Judith Luna, the junior kicker. And she's been pretty consistent tonight. And she splits the uprights. So 39-21 with 4.5 minutes left.
4:39, the Serna 21.
And we really appreciate you fans who've been with us since the beginning of the game and watching this one at home. I hope you've enjoyed it. And feel free to call me or send me messages. I'm on the phone numbers on the website. And if you have any questions about organ donation, I can certainly answer those. So we appreciate you, and we're glad you're with us. Thanks for tuning in. So the St. Paul Swordsmen and the West Ranch Wildcats, Thursday, kickoff 7:30, College of the Canyons. We'll be right back here on YouTube. And again, we are a non-profit, and there is no advertising here. And return out to the 35-yard line. And Elijah Flores giving the Swordsmen some decent field position. And Aiden Leonardo remains in the game. But I got to give it hand to the young freshman quarterback, Jordan Bonilla. He led a pretty solid drive and not afraid to put it in the air. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of him in the future, a lot of that young man in the future in a Lancer uniform. 1st and 10 from the 35. Flores the man in motion. Flores gets the football. Reversing field against this defense, not a good idea. Penalty marker comes in. And we'll check the call.
With the run flag on the play.
And we'll get the call right now. Personal foul, face mask. Well, that certainly will help with 4:17 left in the ball game. Lancers will able to advance 15 yards up the field. And again, I want to give credit to the CIF Southern Section
1st down, Lancers!
officiating crew. Renee Frank was our referee. Bob Rovaletta is the umpire. Jose Mendez, the head linesman. Jeff Marifian is the line judge, and Kevin Johnson is the back judge. Spotted on the 50, it's 1st and 10 Lancers. End around Northrup. And he is pummeled as he gets to the 47-yard line. Great job defensively coming up to make the stop. Julian Garcia, the middle linebacker.
Jane Murtha with the reception. 3 yards on the play.
Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Now 3.5 minutes left in the ball game. Scoreboard reflects that Serna has all their timeouts left. And they trail by 18. Leonardo tosses over to the right. Pass is complete. And digging and grinding on the outside was Noah Belt. Check that, Jason Alcaraz. And Alcaraz able to pick up positive yards and a first down.
First down,
Spotted at the
Whittier.
39. Inside 3 minutes now. Clock moving. Leonardo decides to keep it. Lost the ball for a moment. He was down. Sliding down at the 37. Andy George directing traffic with Leonardo. We're going to huddle. Clock continues to move. This game has been conceded by the Lancers with 2.5 minutes left.
2nd and 7, Lancers.
And now a timeout taken by the Bears to stop the clock with 2:11 left in the ball game. Little confusion defensively, and that'll give a chance to the Lancers to rally the troops, get a breather, and try and punch one in the end zone before this one is official. Second down. Leonardo with time fires, and that pass is intercepted by the Bears and picked off by Maurice Stepner.
By number 35, aboard Maurice Stepner.
So Stepner will end this drive after a timeout with 2:01 left in the ball game. And with 2 minutes left, the Lancers' hopes of putting in the end zone are over, and the Warren Bears can run out the clock. (39-21). And for Madden, Imaleava, the quarterback, he was sidelined last week, concussion protocol, and he's come back in a blaze of glory tonight. Sorry, we don't have any official stats, but he spread the ball around his offensive targets and really was a great team leader. And the junior quarterback heading for a bright future here in 2023. As far as football is concerned. Second down. Strickland. His defense still fired up and moving, leading the way. That time was Julio Munoz with the tackle. So that'll bring up a third down. We'll call it 3rd and 3. And again, if you're still watching, thank you for tuning in. I wish you all a very safe, healthy and happy Labor Day weekend. Safe and sane out there. And the Bears able to pick up a first down on the ground.
Carson Jacobson to carry game. Quarterback for Warrior. Number 12, Braden Jameson.
A nice run across the 25, inside 45 seconds, and we are winding down. And again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here live on the Live Like Jack Foundation YouTube channel. Been a fun one. I'm glad you could be with us. I'm Fred Salas, and my cameraman is Paul Abazadeh. And we're glad you joined us. And again, I'll say, be safe and sane out there this weekend. 3-day holiday. Enjoy it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Fred Salas. As the clock gets down to 12 seconds. And the players are meeting at center field. And this one is now official. The final score will read the Warren Bears 39, the Serna Lancers 21. A hard-fought battle for 3 quarters. And the Bears able to turn it up at the end. Once again, have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Fred Salas. Good night, everybody.